What's up, guys? I'm Jerry Cable, and I am the Canon Junkie. There's no better way to start off my new channel than with a breakdown of the Resistance trailer. Yes, Lucasfilm today dropped the trailer for the new animated series Star Wars Resistance, premiering October 7th on the Disney Channel and Disney XD. I am super excited. I've loved every single animated series brought out by Lucasfilm so far, especially, Dave Filoni being the mastermind of all of these, just about. I know George had a lot to do with Clone Wars, but Filoni is really the mastermind of these, at least especially these last two series, and the man is just a genius. He learned at the feet of George Lucas and has clearly become the master at this point. Just a few things I want to bring up about the trailer that I really noticed that I'm excited about. The animation is different than what I thought it was going to be, but it's interesting. I'm not too sure on... You're always trepidatious whenever Lucasfilm comes out with one of these new shows. You know, with Clone Wars, we were so used to just that style of animation. Then when Rebels came out, everyone was like, what the heck's going on with this? It looks like some kind of little Disney show. And it was a Disney show. It was on Disney XD. But this is a new kind of animation. They said it's supposed to be anime-inspired. I can see the anime influence, but I'm not a huge anime fan. Don't at me. Just have never really been one of those. It looks more like comic book art to me, more like cel-shaded. Something kind of like, I've heard everyone talk about how it looks like Breath of the Wild, the Zelda game, which I also don't play those games. Don't at me. But also, I don't know, maybe a little bit Borderlands, also haven't played. Again, don't at me. I have a one-year-old, okay? Anime, I'm not the biggest fan. But it reminds me, again, more of this comic book art, you know, the really bright colors, the intense shadows, but the 3D look really, I think, gives it it just really pops. And so it's interesting. I'm willing to go with it. It's just different than what I'm used to. I'm sure you guys are the same way. I know I'll get used to it. It was the same with Rebels. It looked weird, and then you're like, your brain all of a sudden turns it into Star Wars. Biggest thing I took away from it, Poe and BB-8 look great. I love the look of, they obviously spent a little more time on Poe Dameron's face because they have a real person to go off of with that. And so, of course, they're going to have his look down pat. The others they're cartoon characters. I don't know if you guys know this. And so, you know, they look a little robotronic at some points, but it still looks good. You know, everyone's thinking that this is going to be more of a kiddie show, but, you know, I trust Filoni and crew. Clone Wars and Rebels, you know, their first seasons both started off kind of kiddie, but they grew with their audience, and I would argue that Clone Wars and Rebels feel just like Star Wars. You're watching Star Wars. It doesn't matter what medium it's in. It's a fun adventure. This one's just more accessible. You can watch it with your kids. You can watch it with your or younger siblings or cousins or whoever. It's going to grow with the audience, so I have no trepidation in the wondering if it's going to. Oh, is this going to be too kiddie? Is it going to be like, what am I, in diapers? I mean, come on, you know. But no, these shows are not like this. They just feel like classic Star Wars. They have the spirit. It really doesn't matter the medium. Star Wars is Star Wars. Little side note here at the end. Was that alien voiced by David Cross? I don't remember him being in the cast list. I know Jim Rash from Community is in it, and Bobby Moynihan. Those are the closest ones I can. I feel like I know who they are, and I know I'm going to probably look on IMDb and know that, find out like, oh, well, I was wrong, of course. But it just really seemed like David Cross was voicing that alien. So it was just really interesting to hear Tobias Funke in a Star Wars show. I hope that he is not a Klatooinian anal rapist. I don't think that will really fly with the show's demographics, so we'll have to see on that. But anyway, guys, that is it for today. I'm just so excited for this this new show. There's so much media that they are going to be throwing at us between now and episode 9. So get ready. It's going to start in October, maybe even sooner. Solo coming out on Blu-ray next month. So get ready. There's a huge wave of Star Wars-y goodness coming your way. So what do you think of Resistance? Let me know in the comments. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and until next time, may the Force be with you.